volunteers. Feedback about our city's future from our community is really important. It helps us prioritise your needs when planning services, projects and other initiatives.
A convenient way to have your say and stay in the loop on any upcoming consultations is by registering your details on our Engagement Hub website at playford.engagementhub.com.au.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Have you visited the Stratton Centre on Peachy Road, Manapara? Designed to support growth in the city of Playford, the centre offers dedicated workspaces from less than $10 per day. There's also state-of-the-art event and meeting spaces for hire, a complimentary business support service to help you upskill, apply for grants and grow, workshops and networking, as well as training for young kids right through to adults. Plus, the City of Playford Library.
Contact our team for a tour on 8254 4666 or visit the Stratton Centre at 307 Peachy Road, Manapara.
Support your local theatre and arts industry and enjoy a show at the Shedley. Playford's iconic Shedley Theatre is bringing a great selection of local and national performances to Elizabeth.
For more information on their upcoming shows, visit theshedley.com.au or call 8256 0500.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn more about how to volunteer with us, visit playford.sa.gov.au/volunteers. Feedback about our city's future from our community is really important. It helps us prioritise your needs when planning services, projects and other initiatives.
A convenient way to have your say and stay in the loop on any upcoming consultations is by registering your details on our Engagement Hub website at playford.engagementhub.com.au.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Have you visited the Stratton Centre on Peachy Road, Manapara? Designed to support growth in the city of Playford, The centre offers dedicated workspaces from less than $10 per day. There's also state-of-the-art event and meeting spaces for hire, a complimentary business support service to help you upskill, apply for grants and grow, workshops and networking, as well as training for young kids right through to adults. Plus, the City of Playford Library.
Contact our team for a tour on 8254 4666 or visit the Stratton Centre at 307 Peachy Road, Manopara.
Support your local theatre and arts industry and enjoy a show at the Shedley. Playford's iconic Shedley Theatre is bringing a great selection of local and national performances to Elizabeth.
For more information on their upcoming shows, visit theshedley.com.au or call 8256 0500.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn more about how to volunteer with us, visit playford.sa.gov.au/volunteers. Feedback about our city's future from our community is really important. It helps us prioritise your needs when planning services, projects and other initiatives.
A convenient way to have your say and stay in the loop on any upcoming consultations is by registering your details on our Engagement Hub website at playford.engagementhub.com.au.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Have you visited the Stratton Centre on Peachy Road, Manopara? Designed to support growth in the City of Playford, the centre offers dedicated workspaces from less than $10 per day. There's also state-of-the-art event and meeting spaces for hire, a complimentary business support service to help you upskill, apply for grants and grow, workshops and networking, as well as training for young kids right through to adults. Plus, the City of Playford Library.
Contact our team for a tour on 8254 4666 or visit the Stratton Centre at 307 Peachy Road, Manopara.
Support your local theatre and arts industry and enjoy a show at the Shedley. Playford's iconic Shedley Theatre is bringing a great selection of local and national performances to Elizabeth.
For more information on their upcoming shows, visit theshedley.com.au or call 8256 0500.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au, and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn more about how to volunteer with us, visit playford.sa.gov.au/volunteers. Feedback about our city's future from our community is really important. It helps us prioritise your needs when planning services, projects and other initiatives.
A convenient way to have your say and stay in the loop on any upcoming consultations is by registering your details on our Engagement Hub website at playford.engagementhub.com.au.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Have you visited the Stratton Centre on Peachy Road, Manapara? Designed to support growth in the city of Playford, the centre offers dedicated workspaces from less than $10 per day. There's also state-of-the-art event and meeting spaces for hire, a complimentary business support service to help you upskill, apply for grants and grow, workshops and networking, as well as training for young kids right through to adults, plus the City of Playford Library.
Contact our team for a tour on 8254 4666 or visit the Stratton Centre at 307 Peachy Road, Manapara.
Support your local theatre and arts industry and enjoy a show at the Shedley. Playford's iconic Shedley Theatre is bringing a great selection of local and national performances to Elizabeth.
For more information on their upcoming shows, visit theshedley.com.au or call 8256 0500.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au, and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn more about how to volunteer with us, visit playford.sa.gov.au/volunteers. Feedback about our city's future from our community is really important. It helps us prioritise your needs when planning services, projects and other initiatives.
A convenient way to have your say and stay in the loop on any upcoming consultations is by registering your details on our Engagement Hub website at playford.engagementhub.com.au.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Have you visited the Stratton Centre on Peachy Road, Manapara? Designed to support growth in the city of Playford, the centre offers dedicated workspaces from less than $10 per day. There's also state-of-the-art event and meeting spaces for hire, a complimentary business support service to help you upskill, apply for grants and grow, workshops and networking, as well as training for young kids right through to adults, plus the City of Playford Library.
Contact our team for a tour on 8254 4666 or visit the Stratton Centre at 307 Peachy Road, Manapara.
Support your local theatre and arts industry and enjoy a show at the Shedley. Playford's iconic Shedley Theatre is bringing a great selection of local and national performances to Elizabeth.
For more information on their upcoming shows, visit theshedley.com.au or call 8256 0500.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn...
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for His Worship the Mayor?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. And welcome to the City of Playford Ordinary Council meeting. I open the meeting at 7 p.m. We'll call for apologies. I don't believe we have any apologies, but to remind members that Councillor Kerrison and Councillor Rentoulis are on a leave of absence until the state government election results are publicly declared, as they were candidates in the most recent state election. So we'll move to item 2, which is the confirmation of minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 24th of February 2026 be confirmed as a true and accurate record of proceedings. Councillor Norris.
Yep, happy to move the recommendation.
Thank you, Councillor Norris. Do the minutes find a seconder? Councillor Onyazans.
Yeah, happy to second that, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm presuming the mover and seconder aren't wishing to speak. Are there any comments or changes to the said minutes? If no other councillors are wishing to speak, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. We go to item 3, declarations of interest. Are there any? Councillors, I will declare a material conflict of interest on parts of item 15.1 in relation to decision 1 and decision 4 in relation to the ALGA and the LGA related items that are in that agenda, as I may receive a benefit if I am appointed by the council to represent you at those meetings. So I will not vote in the matter and won't be in the room for the deliberations of those two parts of item 15.1. Are there any other declarations of interest? Councillor Baker.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Item 14.4, as a deputy board member of Norma, I declare a general conflict of interest and I'll withdraw my chair.
Thank you, Councillor Baker. Are there any other councillors? Councillor Marsh.
I'll also declare a general declaration of interest for item 14.4, subject Norma Charter Amendment. Due to being a board member of the City of Playford, won't participate in the debate and will remove myself from the chamber.
Thank you, Councillor. Are there any other councillors wishing to declare an interest? No. Then we move on to item 4, Mayor's Report. A number of items on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, from iftar dinners to citizenship ceremonies here at the City of Playford, a number of International Women's Day events across the community, the start of the soccer season, a number of school AGMs and community meetings, a large number of fringe events at the Northern Sound System and again in Prince George Plaza, and Harmony Day celebrations. All the items are listed on the screen for your perusal. So we'll go to item 5, reports of representatives of council on other organisations. Are there any other reports? No. Then we go to item 6, reports by councillors. Councillor Smallwood-Smith.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Worship. I would just like to mention a accolade to the event staff, the most wonderful event that they put on Fringe Friday in the Prince George Plaza. There were approximately 2,000 attendees. The night was just perfect and everybody was very happy to be there. It was just a wonderful night. As you know, you were in attendance, myself and other councillors, and so a huge thank you to the events team because it was quite spectacular and thoroughly enjoyed by our residents.
Thank you, Councillor. Any other councillors? Councillor Small-Jane.
Thank you, Mayor Doherty. I just want to echo my fellow councillor on how fantastic that Fringe Festival, that one night was. Lots of families came from all different areas. It wasn't just Playford, and well done to the events team. It was fantastic.
Thank you, Councillor. No other councillors. We'll move to item 6.1, which is for noting, which is the information session record of attendance. Then we move on to item 7, reports of representatives, conferences and training programs. Were there any for the month? No. Move on to item 8, questions on notice. You would notice the question is there and the accompanying response. We move to item 9, questions without notice. Are there any questions? No questions. Move to item 10, petitions, which are nil. We move to item 11, deputations and representations. We have a deputation from Ms Jane Pogus, Anglevale Sports and Community Association, Sports Precinct Detailed Design, being presented by Mr Anthony Mitchell. So Mr Mitchell, if you're present, could you please come forward to the podium here. All right, Mr Mitchell, we have our deputation this evening, which is for 5 minutes. At the 4-minute mark, if you're still going, you'll get a warning to say you have 1 minute remaining. Your time will start at the time you start speaking. There is a bottle of water there. I think there's only one from what I can see in the chair. If you need it, at the conclusion of your remarks, could you please remain at the podium, as there may be some questions from councillors, and you have had an approval for a presentation which you will play as you go through your deputation.
Yes, no worries.
So your time will start when you're ready.
Thank you. Mayor Doherty and councillors, good evening everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present on behalf of the Anglevale Sports and Community Association, AVSACA, and the representative clubs. We're here to request that Council allocate funds to the upcoming budget to undertake the detailed design phase for the upgrade of the AVSACA Sports Complex and to enable some temporary facilities. A bit of background. In 25, the AVSACA facility was home to 1,767 sporting participants, with future projections exceeding 2,000. This is no longer a small local ground. It is one of the largest multi-sport community hubs in the Northern Growth Corridor. The Anglevale Soccer Club currently fields more than 25 teams in all age groups, providing a clear development pathway from junior participation to senior competition. In 26, the club will compete in State League 2 under Football South Australia, introducing higher compliance requirements, including increased female participation, matchday facility standards and player welfare obligations. The Anglevale Football and Netball Club now fields more than 38 teams across 4 leagues. As female participation continues to grow in all grades, in 26 we have already seen an increase of 20% in participant numbers. We are now the largest football club in the north. The Anglevale Netball Club, with upwards of 27 teams, provides additional pathways for netballers across all age groups and skill levels. The Anglevale Cricket Club also runs strong junior and senior programs. They have doubled the number of juniors starting cricket this year and increased female participation. With growing participation, particularly in girls and women's teams and overlapping seasons, the facilities are under significant pressure. Thousands of new residents and families are moving into the area, and community sporting facilities are often the first place new residents connect with their community. However, the infrastructure supporting this growth has not kept pace with the scale of development occurring in Anglevale. We acknowledge that this growth is difficult to foresee and that we have already had a large investment put into the facility. However, the facilities were done to a budget in 2013 and fell short of requirements. Just some of our core issues at the moment. So our facility is no longer compliant, functional, sustainable for the number of participants or the level of sport now being played. There are a number of issues as highlighted in the facility master plan prepared by AVSACA and submitted to council last year. However, some immediate issues are hindering the club's ability to function. So our main club room, as you can see on the screen, is insufficient to accommodate 2 major winter clubs. There's not enough space to have presentations, meals or events for 2 large winter clubs. We are excluded from hosting regional competitions and league presentations due to space and kitchen constraints. We are currently having to exclude teams from our main Thursday nights as the facility is not able to cope. So also the main facility change rooms, non-compliant and unsustainable for female growth. The minimum standard size for change rooms is 45 square metres and the current main club change rooms are less than 30 square metres and unsuitable for female participation. You see the fellas sitting on top of each other there. The shared kitchen cannot operate safely. 2 large winter clubs competing for kitchen space and fryers is currently a safety risk. There is limited storage and food handling areas and insufficient preparation space for large community events. Also, non-existent bar facilities. Currently, the footy club has to bring in mobile bar each week as the facility does not have a bar facility, and the soccer club has no alternative and must cope with massive lineups on game day. As an interim measure for these shortfalls, we must adopt temporary facilities in order to be compliant, support female participation and sustain competition in the leagues in which we compete. These areas are critical for game day operations, community events and fundraising that supports grassroots sport.
1 minute.
The current layout significantly limits the ability of clubs to operate safely and efficiently and support the growing community, and we would ask Council to consider temporary options to enable the clubs to endure the immediate demand. In closing, we understand a redevelopment may be a few years away. However, we cannot wait to become compliant, and we would like consideration for temporary facilities and approval for the budget that would enable the detailed design phase and move from concept to fully scoped and costed project. Without detailed master plans, we cannot access major state federal grants we cannot apply for sporting infrastructure grants, and we cannot position for election funding cycles. So on behalf of ABSACA and our sporting community, we thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. You've got 10 seconds. Anything else you want to say?
Good timing.
Good timing. No worries at all. Are there any questions for Mr Mitchell? Councillor Marsh. Yeah, it's there we go.
Thanks for that presentation. Can you elaborate about regional competitions or regional opportunities? What do you mean by that?
So quite often we get opportunities to host the regional competitions where, say for example, the Adelaide Plains League and the NEFA and NAFA leagues and York Peninsula leagues run their regional competitions every year. And in order to have a facility that can facilitate all of those teams all in one location, you need to have it to a certain standard. So car parking is an issue, club room, change rooms, and just being able to feed everyone is an issue. So a lot of the times Malala and Balaclava will get a lot of those competitions.
And are you aware of any other sports facility that has a number of sporting codes in one small working space? Social, if we're talking about the Angvale Soccer Club, that's gone to two leagues. The Angvale Football Netball Club that you spoke about goes to 4 leagues. You've got the Angvale Netball Club, covers 1 league, and then you've got the cricket, that covers 1 league.
It's a good question. Majority of the times it's always football and cricket, but never football, cricket, soccer, netball, and 2 netball clubs.
And in relation to, you're not asking for capital, millions of dollars of capital funding to be allocated in the 2026. Am I right in understanding what you're asking for is the working group that's been established between staff and ABSACA and through the presence of each of those clubs to continue that pathway forward to move to the next goalpost or gateway, and that's detailed design?
That's correct. The growth we're seeing is just accelerating, so we want to ensure that we get things at the right sort of time and can facilitate the community's needs.
And we've got a motto here that we finish what we started. Are we, in the eyes of the ABSACA Association and the multi-club use and the unique position that you're in, do you find that we've reached that key motto that really guides our principles to deliver projects in full, enabling us to transition then on to the next project, which might be a multi-year one? Are we at that stage where we have finished what we started with Angvale?
Yeah, I agree. I think once we finish the last master plan, we were probably ready for the next phase. A few years previous to that, the growth has just been astronomical in that area. So yeah, we definitely are ready for the next phase.
Yeah, and can I just ask as well, back in the day, I heard there was a lot of commentary, might have been from staff, that there was a perception that once Manapara sports facility near Mark Oliphant is up and running, that will potentially alleviate pressure off of the ABSACA or the Angvale Sports Precinct. My view is opposing to that. The region still continue to grow, much of Manapara, West Downs, Andrews Farm, Angvale, Ayr. Do you think that is still the case? The moment that Manapara Sports Precinct does get developed, you will find a significant decrease in your membership, so therefore the infrastructure today is adequate?
No, I think clubs run on their own success, and I think people are drawn to the clubs and the way they run clubs, and you're not going to lose people just because there's another facility.
All right, thank you.
Are there any other questions, Mr Mitchell? Councillor Halls.
Thank you, Your Worship. Are the clubs like friendly to each other?
Well, my team's here.
No, but all of the clubs, not just your club, but all of them. The reason I'm asking is in the interim, you said something about the kitchen and two groups. Can the overarching committee not organise the kitchen in the meantime to alleviate some of those issues where there's 2 teams wanting to do the kitchen?
Yeah, we've pretty much been doing that for the last 4 years.
Right.
Probably longer, Vinny, if that would be correct. So Vinny's the soccer president, and we've been working together for the last 4 years trying to come up with the best scenarios for how we can both work together. But with the increasing of teams and the fact that we can't actually use the club rooms to facilitate all of our teams currently, we're really constrained by, I guess, the alternatives we have.
Yeah, I have been up there, so I know what it's like. So if you get transportable buildings, will that alleviate some of your issues for the meantime till council can redo it? And will the opening of the sports complex at Riverlea affect your group?
I don't think Riverlea will affect us. It'll obviously help that area, but what we need is those temporary facilities will alleviate that kitchen space if we have an external kitchen.
And the bar.
An external bar. The change rooms would be essential to not only facilitate what we need now, but also facilitate any construction down the track. So you'd straight away still be able to do the construction, we'd still be able to operate with those temporary facilities.
So, and are some of the you were talking about the overarching sports clubs. How long will they let you operate at smaller change rooms than what is desired by?
It's a very good question.
They haven't said anything?
I couldn't answer that. I mean, Sanford will come and do an infrastructure, which they have done a recent infrastructure review. That report will come out pretty soon. So that'll be basically saying that it's insufficient for what their requirements are.
But don't they give you a time to fix them up?
I guess Sanford don't really have jurisdiction over telling you. They just want to, they put out a guideline to say, well, here's the infrastructure we're saying that you need to facilitate the sport in football. I'm assuming that soccer and netball are the same, but there's no timelines. I guess there's a lot of clubs out there that are probably hurting with facilities that are similar.
Yep.
It all comes down to time and money.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Norris.
Thank you. Thank you for your deputation this evening. I just had a couple of quick questions. As someone that was there on Saturday night, obviously, I guess of the observation, you had, one of the biggest games, you had the cricket final as well, and a bunch of people there. Would you suggest that there's quite a large missed financial impact here because people can't essentially come in, grab food, grab drinks?
Yeah, so there's a massive missed financial impact on both sides, and we try and accommodate everyone. I mean, for example, the football club has to hand over to cricket, so we have no way of getting any revenue for that 6 months when we're off season. However, all the seasons overlap, so we still have people there. There's missed revenue in the fact that most of our Saturday nights are only one league, whereas we're actually in 4 leagues. So all of our other 3 leagues can't be accommodated in that one facility. And soccer will be similar. They're impacted by the fact that we're all in there on a Thursday and a Saturday night, so they're constrained. We pretty much have to have all our dinners really quickly and punch them out and then get out and let soccer come in. So you can't have that ongoing community feel. You don't have the sportsmanship feel. You're sort of turning things over really quickly to try and help facilitate everybody's opportunity equally.
Yeah, and having to push people out
Yep.
as well. Yeah, yeah. The other question I just wanted to ask, do you currently have women playing at the same time as men's games?
Yep.
What are they doing facilities-wise?
Yep, so we pretty much have girls footy in every grade in the Sanford Juniors on a Sunday, so they play in a Sunday league. But we also have 2 senior women's teams in the Adelaide Footy League, and every now and again, I think round 8 and round 15, they play at home at the same time as us, so they'll play on the back oval and use the change rooms. But then after the game, you'll have all of the APFL, all of soccer and the women's footy. We cannot accommodate it all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are there any other questions for Mr Mitchell? Councillor Smiljanic.
Thank you very much for your deputation. Do you mind explaining that graph there on the screen, please?
Last year we ran a survey and put that out to all the community, and basically it was on a number of questions on obviously facility and what was up there, and they're basically the findings of where we needed to impact the most in terms of our club rooms and the size and what the community felt the actual facility needed as a priority.
Councillor Marsh.
Yeah, thanks. Just the last one. Can staff, are they happy to let us know what's the proposed costings for this to proceed to detailed design? if it was to. Both capital and operational, please.
Mr. Colhane.
Through the Mayor, thank you for the question, Councillor. The current costings for detailed design for capital was approximately $228,000 for capital and $26,000 ongoing operating for the detailed design component. However, the scope of this project in working with the Sports and Association Club has changed over the recent weeks. So those numbers have probably changed a little bit and have increased. So I'm not in a position to give you accurate costings to proceed to detailed design at this stage.
If there's no further questions, then thank you very much, Mr. Mitchell, for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen of the gallery, you're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but I do understand if any of you need to leave, feel free to do so. You don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting. It's up to you. You're more than welcome to if you want to see the musings of council, so please feel free to stay. We'll move on to item 12, motions on notice. Are there any? Item 13, motions without notice. Are there any? Item 14, committee reports. 14.1, rating policy and procedure, and rate rebate policy and procedure on page 9. Councillor Halls.
Move the committee recommendation.
Thank you, councillors. I'll find a seconder. Councillor Marsh.
Speak.
Don't need to speak. No. Any other councillor wishing to speak on the item? If not, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Move to item 14.2, revocation of privately funded code amendments, policy and procedure, on page 53. Councillor Marsh.
Happy to move the recommendation.
Moved by Councillor Marsh. Does the item find a seconder? Councillor Baker.
Second that motion.
I'm presuming the move and seconder don't wish to speak? No. Any other councillors wishing to speak? No. Then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Move to item 14.3, Disability Access and Inclusion Plan 25-29 on page 65. Councillor Carlson.
Happy to move.
Moved by Councillor Carlson. I'll find a seconder. Councillor Smallwood-Smith.
Happy to second.
I'm presuming the mover and seconder aren't wishing to speak on the item. No. Any other councillors wishing to speak? Councillor Smiljaney.
Thank you, Mayor Doherty. I just want to give my huge congratulations and appreciate the work that the staff did putting together this Disability Access and Inclusion Plan. I also want to thank the staff for taking on in particular, the different domains within. So, for example, on page 101 of the whole document, there is a really, really easy actions table for our community to read and staff to follow and us as elected members to read through. And it actually breaks it down on what's the action, what's the measure, what's the time frame, and whose responsibility is it. And I feel like this holds really good accountability for the next 4 years, or 3 years in this state, for our community to be inclusive. So well done to the staff, and thank you for making it an easy to read document, and I think it will benefit our community very well. Thank you.
Thank you, councillor. Any other councillors wishing to speak? If not, I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. We'll go to item 14.4, Norma Charter and Amendment. Wait for those declared interest to go. Councillor Smallwood-Smith.
Thank you. I'll move the committee recommendation.
Thank you, Councillor Smallwood-Smith. Does the item find a seconder? Councillor Bayani.
Yes, happy to second. Thank you.
Do the mover and seconder wish to speak? No. Any other councillor wishing to speak? No. If not, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. We'll just wait for the members to return. We'll move on to item 14.5, consultation paper review of allowances for members of local government councils, Remuneration Tribunal of South Australia, on attachments on page 196. Somebody wish to move a recommendation? Councillor Baker.
Move the recommendation.
So find a seconder. Councillor Norris. Councillor Onyzans.
Yeah, happy to second the committee recommendation. Thank you, Mayor.
I'm presuming the mover and seconder aren't wishing to speak? No. Any other councillor wishing to speak? No. If not, I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Move to item 14.6, consultation paper 2026 review of minimum and maximum remuneration for local government chief executive officers, and attachments on page 233. Somebody wish to move? Councillor Halls.
Yes, I'm happy to move that.
Thank you, Councillor Halls. The item find a seconder. Councillor Bayani.
Yes, happy to move. Thank you.
Thank you. Does any? I'm presuming mover and seconder aren't wishing to speak. No. Does any other councillor wish to speak? If not, I will put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Now, councillors, before we move on to the next item, you would recall that in February you would have received a memo from myself in relation to correspondence from the South Australian Ombudsman in relation to local government elected member conflicts of interest around ALGA. You would have received that memo. As you would be aware, in that memo, the Ombudsman wrote a letter to all councils in South Australia and asked that it was shared to elected members, which it was via memo, and that it also be tabled at a public meeting of the council. As we are dealing with that item tonight, then I will table the letter that she had sent as her request, which is what all councils are required to do. You've already seen the information about a month ago, but I will table it as per her request and then give elected members just a reminder of that when they receive it, and then we'll continue on to the item. And I'll ask the Deputy Mayor in a moment to take the chair for the first part, as I've declared that interest. So I'll give you a minute just to refresh your memories. Do members need more time, or you sufficiently refreshed your memory from what was sent out at the end of February? So we'll move on to item 15.1. I'll ask the Deputy Mayor to take the chair for the first item.
All right, so we've got decision 1, Local Government Association Ordinary General Meeting, 28th to 29th of May 2026. Council appoints the Mayor to attend the LGA Ordinary General Meeting to be held in Adelaide from 28th to 29th of May 2026, and A, is appointed as a council delegate for voting rights, and B, may appoint another council member who has been appointed by the council to attend as proxy council delegate in the event that the Mayor is unable to attend. Do I have a mover?
Yeah.
Councillor Baker.
Move that way.
Thank you. And a seconder? Councillor Halls?
Yes, I second that. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone wish to speak? No. All in favour? Any against? I declare that carried. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. We will now move to item 2, or decision 2, that council appoints no more than 2 councillors as council member representatives to attend the LGA Ordinary General Meeting to be held in Adelaide from the 28th and 29th of May 2026. Does somebody wish to move that way? Councillor Halls?
Yes, Your Worship.
We'll move that way. Does it find a seconder? Councillor Smallwood-Smith?
I second that, thank you.
Second. Any other councillors wishing to speak? If not, then we will put that item to the floor. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Yep. Now we're going to move on to item 3, which then now resolves the members and how we appoint those. So we've got decision 3, which is the one part with multiple parts of 1 to 4. So we'll need somebody to move that, and then we will call for the relevant nominations if this is approved. So we've got decision 3 now to make, with the additional steps as per the Ombudsman's recommendation to all councils. Councillor Arifi?
Yeah, happy to move that.
Thank you, Councillor Arifi. Does it find a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Smallwood-Smith.
Second that, thank you.
Does the mover and seconder wish to speak? Does any other councillor wish to speak? No, if no other councillor wishes to speak, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Now we call for nominations. So nominations are in our usual process that either members can nominate another member or a member can nominate themselves for no more than 2 councillors to attend the LGA Ordinary General Meeting in Adelaide from the 28th to 29th of May. Councillor Craig.
Yeah, Mr Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councillor Smiljanek.
Councillor Smiljanek has been nominated. Councillor Smiljanek, accept the nomination?
Yes, I would be delighted. Thank you.
Councillor Smiljanek accepts the nomination. Are there any other nominations? Councillor Onyuzans.
I would like to nominate Councillor Halls. Thank you.
Councillor Halls has been nominated. Councillor Halls, do you accept the nomination? Yes, Your Worship. Councillor Halls accepts the nomination. Are there any other nominations? If there are no other nominations, then we have Councillor Smiljanek and Councillor Halls. We then go to decision 4, and I ask if the Deputy Mayor can come forward and take the chair as I have declared the interest in that item.
Decision 4, Australian Local Government Association National General Assembly, 23rd to the 25th of June 2026. Council appoints the Mayor to attend ALGA National General Assembly to be held in Canberra from 23rd to 25th of June 2026, and A, is appointed as a council delegate for voting rights, and B, may appoint another council member who has been appointed by the council to attend as proxy council delegate in the event that the Mayor is unable to attend. Do I have a mover? Councillor Smallwood-Smith?
I'd like to move that way.
Thank you. Seconder?
Yeah, happy to second that. Thank you.
Thank you. Is anyone wishing to speak? All in favour? Any against? Declare that carried. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. We'll now move on to decision 5, which is council appoints no more than 2 councillors as council member representatives at the ALGA or ALGA National General Assembly to be held in Canberra from the 23rd to the 25th of June 2026. Councillor Smallwood-Smith.
I'll move decision 5.
Moved. Is it find a seconder? Yep, seconded by Councillor Onyezan. I'm presuming the mover and seconder aren't wishing to speak. No. Any other councillor wishing to speak? No. I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. We then go to decision 6, which is the appointment and preferred voting method for the representatives of the Australian Local Government Association National General Assembly from the 23rd to 25th of June 2026. Somebody wish to move? Councillor Onyezan?
Yeah, happy to move that, Mayor. Thank you.
Moved by Councillor Onyezan. Does it find a seconder? Councillor Smiljanic.
Happy to second.
Thank you, Councillor Smiljanic. Are there any, I'm presuming mover and seconder don't wish to speak, are there any discussions on the item? If not, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. And I'll call for nominations of no more than 2 councillors for the attendance at the National General Assembly from the 23rd to 25th of June 2026. Are there any nominations? Councillor Carlson.
Can I nominate Councillor Halls?
Councillor Halls has been nominated. Does Councillor Halls accept the nomination? Yes, Councillor Halls accepts the nomination. Are there any other nominations? Councillor Baker.
Nominate Councillor Norris.
Councillor Norris has been nominated. Does Councillor Norris accept the nomination? Yes, Councillor Norris accepts the nomination. Are there any other nominations? If there are no other nominations, then Councillor Halls and Councillor Norris are our councillors attending the ALGA. Thank you. We then move to decision 7, which is the Local Government Association Annual General Meeting, the 19th to 20th of November, and the recommendation that due to timing that we don't appoint representatives to the meeting at this time. Does somebody wish to move that way? Councillor Onyezan?
Yeah, happy to move the decision. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Onyezan. Does it find a seconder? Councillor Bayani?
Happy to second. Thank you.
Does the mover and seconder wish to speak? No. Any other councillor wishing to speak? No. Then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. Okay, we'll move on to item 15.2, Greater Adelaide Regional Organisation of Councils, or GAROC, casual vacancy, and attachments on page 324. Yep. Does anybody wish to move anything? And we don't need to have anybody nominated. It's up to the council if council wants to nominate a member of the council for GAROC or go through the process to be nominated for the position of GAROC. Councillor Halls.
Thank you, Your Worship. Are we moving decision 1 and 2 on block or separately?
Separately.
Separately. Okay, so I'll move decision...
So we don't have to move... So decision 1 is if you or any other member wishes to nominate yourself or any other member to fill if you want to nominate somebody, then you have to do the first part, so we can then call for nominations. If nobody wants to nominate anybody,
I kind of want to nominate you.
I'll respectfully decline, but we haven't got to that process. So you could, you could do to make just one moment.
No, that's all right. If he doesn't want to do it, that's all right.
All right, so regardless of who it might be, Councillor Halls, if you want to nominate someone who may or may not accept or decline, then you'll need to move decision 1.
Okay, so...
So you could move that way, and then if it's voted up, we'll call for nominations, and then if no nomination is received or accepted by anybody, it just stops.
Okay.
So if you wish...
So I was going to nominate somebody, but on the grounds that nearly all of the people on GAROC are mayors and they don't take on councillors as such. So that's why I was going to suggest the mayor, but let's just do it en bloc and I'll recommend both.
Okay, so you're moving decision 1?
Yep.
Okay, does that find a seconder? Councillor Bayani?
Yes, happy to second.
Okay, we'll put that. Is there any other discussion first before we put that? If there's no other discussion, then we'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? Declare that carried. So now we'll call for nominations. Councillor Halls?
Well, as I said, I think that the mayor should do it because, as I said, all the people on Garrick are mayors and councillors don't get a look in. So that was why I was suggesting the mayor do it.
I respectfully decline the nomination. Are there anyone else wishing to nominate? Nope. Then we have nobody else. So we just move to the next item. There's nobody else, so we'll move on to the... Is there any other nominations? It doesn't have to be a mayor, by the way. It can be a councillor.
It can be.
Just to make that clear. So if there's no other nominations, then we move on to the item as there's no one else to move to. We'll go to item 15.3, budget update report on page 352. Councillor Baker.
Move the recommendation.
Recommendation is moved by Councillor Baker. Does it find a seconder? Councillor Bayani.
Happy to second, Mayor.
Second. I'm presuming the mover and seconder don't wish to speak. Any other councillor wishing to speak? If not, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried. We go to item 16, informal discussion, which is nil. We go to item 17, confidential matters, which is the delegation to Chief Executive Officer release of confidential orders on page 362. And that pursuant to section 92 of the Local Government Act 1999, an order is made that the public be excluded from attendance at the meeting with the exception of those listed, pursuant to section 93B of the Local Government Act. So moved by Councillor Smiljanic.
Yeah, I will move that.
Yep, thank you, Councillor. Does it find a seconder? Councillor Onuzans.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on the item? No other councillors wishing to speak, then I'll put that. Those in favour? Those against? I declare that carried and ask that the doors be closed.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy. Fight food waste by putting all your food scraps, peels and leftovers in the green bin. To find out more, visit playford.sa.gov.au/fightfoodwaste.
Want to know what's happening in the community? Subscribe to our e-newsletter, Playford News, at playford.sa.gov.au, and you'll be on top of stories, news and what's happening in Playford. It's local news for local people.
Want to get involved in your community? There are so many benefits in becoming a volunteer at City of Playford, including meeting new people, developing new skills, sharing your talents, improving your employability, as well as enhancing your own mental health and well-being.
If you want to learn more about how to volunteer with us, visit playford.sa.gov.au/volunteers.
They're back on the live screen. There is no other items. Item 18, and we'll close the meeting. at 7:46 p.m, and thank you for your attendance.
Did you know your food scraps should go in the green bin or a home compost system? It's better for the environment. It's the right thing to do. And it's easy.